What does it mean to have faith? Let's dive in.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Before we even dive into what it means to have faith, let me introduce myself. If y'all not familiar with who I am, which probably most of y'all aren't, I'm Jude. I'm a local Long Island artist and from New York. If y'all aren't from around here, if you are, hey, say hi to me if you see me around. Don't matter. What's up? But yeah, I've been making music for about 4 years now. Yeah, it's about to be 5 years. It's been a journey, man. Loving the journey, and this is my new series. What does it mean to have faith? This comes shortly after my release of my single called Faith and my music video. Y'all should check it out on all platforms, and music video on YouTube. Link down below. But I'll dive more into who I am as this series goes on. It's kind of a whole theme around it. Why don't we start off with the actual meaning of faith, right? Yeah, so faith, complete trust or confidence in someone or something. That is what faith is defined in the dictionary. Another one is strong belief in the doctrines of religion based on spiritual conviction rather than proof. Faith. What faith means to me, if you want to take a deep dive, I had to have a lot of faith in my loved ones, specifically my mom and my aunt's family that was blessed enough to be able to bring us over here at the age of 4, turning 5, and around 2005 or 6 it was. And I'm taking a lot of jumps here. I'm originally from Haiti until the age of 4 or 5.
DJ 45, my DJ.
And that wouldn't have happened without the help of my aunt and uncle that was already here and was able to bring over her sisters, my mom, and my 2 other aunts, and my cousins along with them. And me, Jude. Well, I had to have faith in that. Even though I didn't understand at the time, it was just something that happened. Hold on, my cat is really bugging out there. Hold on. So, guys, this is Banna. Fun fact, Banna is named after one of my songs. He's a tuxedo cat. The reason why I named him Banna at the time stuck really heavily to me, because in relation to my song, Barely Asleep, Nearly Awake, that's my life. That was my lifestyle for a long time. Still is at times. Still is. I suck at sleeping. But also, it's like a yin-yang type of meaning with that song. And he's a yin-yang fucking cat. Black and white. So it only felt right. And he was also the opposite of what I did. He always fucking slept. But it's my little buddy, my baby boy. Alright, back to what I was saying. Yeah, even though I didn't understand it at the time, I had to have a lot of faith in the people who were making the movements that they were. I was just there for the fucking ride. But it's all good. My mom had faith in my family that was over here already, and sure enough, where we're at now. So it's a guy. Nah, he's chilling. But yeah, faith is something that if you have it, something that you really have to keep a strong base with. Because if you don't have a strong base within faith, then you don't really have faith, do you? Because faith is perseverance, to really stick to that belief of what you're going for. You know what I mean? To have faith in something, you have to be strong-willed, because not everything is guaranteed. Past that first example I've had to have it multiple times, like I said before. At the time, I was trying to have faith in my father, but if they don't have faith in themselves, then what's the point of that? I was just grateful enough to have future father figures, but that's besides the point. Let's track back into the music faith, right? When I first started music, I didn't have any experience in this shit. You know what I mean? The only experience I had really was listening to music that I know I liked. The ones that mostly resonated with me. Even though I didn't live certain lives, I knew what I liked, and I knew what sounded good to me. And that was the only type of musical experience I had. Not doing it, just listening. When I was around the age, 19, I started playing around with the idea of music being a thing for me. Around 2020, fucking COVID. It's how everybody usually starts, right? I started freestyling with my friends, just having fun, figuring it out. Didn't have a clue in the fucking world of where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. Pressures were there. That's mostly why I really took that dive for music once I knew it was something I wanted to do. The freestyling became fun, so I started playing with the idea a little bit more. Did my research on how I would make it work, even though I knew it was not guaranteed. From the jump, I already knew this, but I was very inspired by the things around me, the music I was listening to, artists that I looked up to. Two artists that really got me out of my zone to really like even consider doing music was just based off of how their artistry and career went. Pop Smoke and Juice WRLD. In a short amount of time, they really captivated and capitalized on being them. Whatever strengths they had. Pop Smoke being his voice, yes, he was in drill scene and also had that type of motion, but his voice was so unique. I know niggas have deep voices, but like the way he was going about it and how true to himself he stayed resonated with me and inspired me, because I didn't know how to do that yet. And Juice, I dove into Juice. Pause. I dove into Juice's music very late in the game. I'll probably say like I've heard his main hits before he passed, but then after he passed is when I really started diving in. It was like, damn, I did miss out on things that would have been cool to be a part of, but it's all right. You know, history's still there. Just in his messages of how, like, to just be yourself, to keep striving for what you want to do, where you want to go.
Whatever you want to do in life, find something that you don't mind doing for the rest of your life. Find something that you like. And even if it seems like it's impossible, it's very, very possible. So don't get nervous. If you have a big goal, just chip away at it until you get to where you need to be.
He's not the only artist, but these are, at the time, the two artists that really like pushed me over the edge to do it. Because I have a whole bunch of inspiration from who I listen to and what I like from them. And I could go into that list later, but like they made that impact, the final impact of like, yeah, bro, you got this. You could do this if you really put your mind to. And I did. I did that research, try to figure out whatever I could figure out. It really opened my mind to what I could do and what I was capable of. The first year was just an era of just trying. You're always trying, but you really gotta go and push yourself to try that first year. And it was tough, but you had to have faith. You had to have a lot of faith in what the hell you were going into. Once you had those, hey, man, what are you doing? He's just searching around my room like he hasn't been here a million times. But yeah, you had to have a lot of faith in what you were doing. You had to have a lot of faith and believe in yourself when nobody else would. At the worst time, height of COVID, what the fuck were you doing? We made it this far after. A lot of fights, a lot of persuasion to understand where I was coming from, even though people probably still don't understand where I'm coming from. It is what it is. I have the faith in myself to keep going. I did then, and I do now. And it's not gonna stop for a long time. I hope. And what I mean by a long time is when I'm in that grave, babe. It's the only time I'm gonna stop. Past that, we're here with it. Faithful through the end.
Want me for your own, but you cannot get it. Been left you alone, it's over with. Feel too much heavy weight up on me. Don't try to take my faith from me.